see buying an electric supercar costing £1.7 million? And I ask because McLaren are avoiding the market. They say their customers want the noise and rumble of an internal combustion engine.
We're only building up to 130 of these cars, obviously selling to a limited affluent base. But this car's doing more than just selling 130 cars. It's actually illustrating the technology capability that Lotus has got. We're really coming back and investing in a long-term plan, and this is the first car of a long-term business plan.
I'm curious to know, where are the geographies that are going to buy this? I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. You showed it last night. How many orders have you got, and where are you going to sell the most of them?
Well, we're a global company selling all over the world. We only showed the car for the first time last night. There's been news, speculation for a while since we teased it in Shanghai in April, so a lot of expressions of interest. But we have actually this week sold the first of these cars, and they are coming from different areas of the globe, the United States, the Middle East, and China already.
You said that this is part of a long-term plan, so tell us more about that long-term plan in terms of who you're trying to compete with and what else is in the lineup.
Well, we're a 70-year-old company with a proud heritage, and we've actually developed our Vision 80, which is a 10-year plan, which is a massive investment, a very ambitious business plan, supported and funded by our shareholder. We're owned by Geely Automotive, the fastest-growing automotive company in the world. That plan actually replaces the cars that we got, takes us into new segments, huge investment in new product, in new facilities here in the UK to actually become a significant producer of sports cars again around the world.
What do you envisage the relationship with Geely to be? This, some people would say, is one of those first statements in terms of where you go with EV and at the top end of the range. But if I said to you, what is the ambition of Geely and your brand, what defines that?
Well, the support of Geely really does herald a rebirth of the brand, the sort of investment that we can put in a relatively small company at the moment to have a very ambitious 10-year plan. We get access to a huge amount of technology and resource from Geely. They are leaders in many areas of technology, but what we can offer is quite complementary as well. Our history is all about aerodynamics, it's all about performance, and we do complement what Geely can actually provide. What it does do is give us an immediate step up as a small company to allow us to play on a global stage in quite a short period of time.
And on sort of picking up on that point of the global stage and also, of course, your relationship with Geely, could you make cars out of the UK? Would you start doing that, maybe in China?
Well, our focus at the moment is investing in our facilities here in the UK, in Norfolk. £100 million investment going into that site, firstly to build Evija and then to build subsequent sports cars. But in time, we will outgrow. Undoubtedly, we will outgrow that facility and we'll need to expand here in the UK, but potentially overseas as well.
There is a sense that this will have a halo effect, as it were, on some of the other brands, Elise, Evora, etc. Do you anticipate that, or are we going to see again a much more dynamic and perhaps revamped version of in the lineup?
This is a statement of intent, really, for Lotus in terms of the business plan that we got, the investment, the capability that we got, actually building designing and developing the most powerful hypercar in the world illustrates our capability, but it's just the start of a big investment that will actually introduce a lot of new cars and take us into new segments in the course of time.
Phil, on the hypercar itself, you say the car has the world's fastest charging battery, but can it actually be charged? Are there stations available? And I ask this question simply on the viability of this car itself. Like, how viable a product is it beyond the halo effect and it basically relaunching Lotus on this 10-year plan?
Well, in terms of charging, it has the capability to fully charge in less than 10 seconds. You need the right infrastructure to do that. So on standard charging, it will be more like 16 or 17 minutes, which is still very, 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 very fast. Infrastructure in terms of charging is growing around the world. China leads the way in that respect, and we expect the rest of the world to catch up.
Phil, we're obviously debating sometimes in the world of macroeconomics every day on this show about slowdown, China slowing down, recession risk, UK, recession risk in the United States of America. You're selling pretty fast, nifty cars with high price tags. Is there any slowdown in momentum at all? Any caution in the £1.7 million mark? I know it's a beautiful trophy to have, but your perception, you've been in this business a while, so is there any bumps in the road?
There's always bumps in the road. As a global company, or aspirations to be a significant global company, there's going to be political, economic instability across the markets around the world at any point in time. But we have to take a long-term view. We've taken a 10-year business plan, and we're very, very focused on delivering that. Of course, there'll be headwinds on the way. We'll have to be agile, we'll have to be reactive, but we're really focused on the long term and not going to get distracted by day-to-day issues.